Hey, welcome to the Small Business Made Simple podcast, brought to you by socialmediaandmarketing.com.au. Being in business is never easy, but it can be simple, or at least simpler. Join me, your host Jen Donovan, every week where we focus on marketing, social media, and working towards simplifying your business. You with me? Let's do this.
Dream it big, 'cause someone out there listening. Everyone's got a voice to give, and it's time I heard you whistling, 'cause there's no point at all, in dreaming small,
Why, hey there, my gorgeous listener. Welcome to episode 160 of the Small Business Made Simple podcast. Thank you, as always, for lending me your ears today. I know you have lots of choices out there, and I do appreciate you making me one of them. If you're a first-time listener, then hey, super welcome to you. Otherwise, welcome back. I'm really glad to have you here. I am, of course, the host, Jen Donovan, and it's my job to make your business life simpler. I pretty much live, breathe, dream, and talk about marketing and social media till the cows come home. So I'm here on this episode twice a week at the moment to help you make your business life a little bit simpler. This episode is sponsored by Australia's first and leading marketplace for rural and regional small businesses, www.spendwithus.com.au. So if you're looking for somewhere to support small, rural and regional businesses this Christmas, jump on the marketplace website and support away. And maybe if you happen to know any corporate peeps who are in charge of buying gifts for their fellow employees or even their clients, I'd love you to give them a nudge about coming over and having a look at Spend With Us, because, you know, that's a really great way that they can support small businesses this Christmas. Alrighty, today, let's have a bit of a chat about Christmas marketing. It's not that far away, and if you are on social media, your social media is probably filling up already with people talking about how many days it is till Christmas. I'm not going to tell you, you don't need to know, but it is almost that time of the year, and whether you are Christmas orientated in business, whether you believe in Christmas or not, there's no denying that many business owners, perhaps just like yourself, are coming into summer peak season, and there is lots of stress around this time of the year, both for you as a business owner but also your clients. But it's not the time to get too busy for your marketing. Top of mind marketing is so important when it comes to Christmas or peak season time. And basically, if you're not marketing to your audience, I guarantee you your competitors are, and they will be winning the business. Not because your clients aren't loyal to you or that they don't love you or don't love your products or services, but simply because they are being targeted or remarketed to so often by someone else that it seems like the easy choice. And the emphasis there, of course, is on the word easy. Because, of course, at this time of the year, we need to make ourselves easy to buy from. And remember what it is that you're selling, and it's not your products and services. In this time of the year, you are actually selling time and convenience to your very busy and perhaps a little bit stressed clients and customers. So today I'm going to give you some practical tips and tricks on how you can stay top of mind when you're going out of your mind with busyness. Like I said before, now is not the time to take the foot off the accelerator when it comes to your marketing. Being busy cannot be your excuse for letting your marketing go by the wayside this year. Yes, absolutely. It matters, the marketing that you've done in the last 10 months leading up to this backcrap crazy season. But if you let it go now, you will miss out on the market share or some of the market share. I know that sounds harsh, but at the end of the day, we need to make sure that we are keeping top of mind with our marketing. The last week in November hits and I hear nothing from some of the stores that I love the most and businesses that have been engaged with me all year, simply because they are busy being busy. And I get it. Don't worry, I really do get it. I've been in retail, so I know what busy looks like, and I know that planning goes a very long way. So let's talk about some tips on marketing when you're busy. So my first tip won't surprise you to learn is plan, and plan some more. I know it's a little bit obvious, but we do need to plan. I'm currently sitting down and planning out all my marketing for, especially my podcast. I'm trying to plan them all up until about mid-January. Trying to record as many as I can over the next coming weeks in November and early December so that I can take some time off, but also so that my VAs can take some time off as well. So they've got things already scheduled for me. But look, I guess the reality is in my life, it's really not taking time off. It's just moving my time from one business to the next business, because as much as my social media and marketing business might get a little bit quieter in December and January, my marketplace will be crazy by then. So don't think I'll be sitting there in my hammock drinking in front of the pool. I'll probably still be bat crap crazy busy. But I am planning for this. It's not something that is going to be a surprise. I know how busy things are going to get, so I need to plan, and so do you. Even when I had a retail store, I planned and I planned and I planned some more, especially in November for December and January. In fact, I dedicated a whole day in my calendar in about mid-November, so around about this time every year, and planned out all my Christmas marketing and got all the assets I needed together and scheduled my little heart out as much as I could with marketing. So, I would sit there for hours on Canva, just, doing little tiles and thinking about, what stock was coming in and all of that. So just trying to make my business life simpler, because I knew that the busy season was coming. So let's have a bit of a chat about scheduling, because that's my second tip. Once you've got your 4 to 5 week campaign mapped out, schedule everything that you possibly can. Use third-party apps to schedule. There are a lot of them out there. I use Buffer, and I also use Planoly or Planoly. I don't really know how to pronounce that, but Planoly. And I also use Socialmonials for Spend With Us, which is a not so well-known one, but it posts as your business, not as the individual, which for that particular business is important, whereas my other businesses, obviously, my branding is me, so it is important to post as Jen Donovan. So it really is just trying to find that scheduler that works the best for you. Of course, there's a ton of them out there, or if you're just using Facebook and Instagram as your socials, scheduling Facebook. I think it used to be called Facebook Creator Studio. I'm pretty sure it's just Facebook Scheduler now. You can hook your Instagram up through it and schedule. It's just as effective. So, you don't actually have to pay for a third-party app at all. Of course, write all your emails. And if you aren't email marketing by this stage, you and I, we really need to have a chat, because you need to be using emails as part of your marketing strategies. But if you are using them, yay you, schedule them when you want them to go out. Write them all, sit down, write them all, because of course you've got your campaign, you've already planned your campaign, so you know what emails need to go out. Schedule them and make sure that they are set to go out exactly when you need them to be. For emails, I use a program called Flowdesk. If you want a trial of that program, which is awesome, I might add, you can use my link to get a free trial and 50% off your lifetime of signing up for that as well. So the link is in the show notes, which of course is at www.socialmediaandmarketing.com.au/160. Or of course you can just use the link, which is bit.ly/loveflowdesk. You can't schedule everything though, so I just want to put that little bit of caveat in there. Schedule your little heart out, but you can't schedule everything. You do need to show up for your audience just off the cuff. Leave room for that off the cuff marketing. But at least you have marketing scheduled, because when you're super busy or super exhausted, you've got that backup, that that something is happening, and you'll be still reaching your audience who know, love and trust you, and keeping those pesky competitors away from your audience that you've spent 9 months, 10 months, maybe years building up. So talking about off the cuff marketing and leaving room for that, my biggest hint there is to go live. Now, if you've just sunk in your seat at the thought of going live on social media, don't. Just do it. Maybe even start now. Start today. Start getting used to how you sound and the way you look when you show up live on social media, because I can tell you it will change your world when it comes to marketing when you are busy. To have the ability to quickly go live and showcase a new product or a new service or, something else that's happening in your business, and to do it in less than a minute, most times, it's going to make you mega happy. Rather than trying to find a post, find an image, think of an engaging caption, and wonder which hashtags you should be using for maximum traction, it's just over. You've picked up your phone, you know what you're going to say, you go live, and that's the difference between going live and recording a video. If you record this video, you will do take after take after take trying to get it perfect. But if you just hit that go live button, then you don't have a choice. You can just go live for a couple of minutes, tell your audience exactly what you want them to hear, hang up the phone, and boom, your little piece of marketing is done for the day. If you go live on Facebook or Instagram every day in December, or as much as you possibly can, and you have an engaged audience, I guarantee you will see the financial benefits for it. And if you don't sell products at this time of the year, you're service-based, and you think, well, what can I go live? Think outside the square. What could you do as live videos in December and January to keep your audience that you have engaged? So maybe you write blogs, go live and tell them about the new blog or about an old blog that they should be reading. The same with podcasts. I do videos in December for the last couple of years. I haven't quite worked out what I'm doing this year, but it's the 12 days of Christmas. So I plan out 12 days of Christmas and I talk about them live on social media for 12 days in December to just keep my audience engaged and also hopefully attract a new audience as well. So think top of mind marketing, and the best way to stay top of mind is to go live as often as you possibly can. So as much as it's all about scheduling, it's leaving room for this, and going live will be a savior for you. It will just allow you to do the marketing you need to do in short, sharp bursts without overthinking it. So there's my hits. There's my hints for getting your marketing done when you are super busy, when you are busy being busy. And that's all for episode 160. I hope that you enjoyed those tips. I'd really love for you to let me know, are you going to sit down and, plan out the next, 6 weeks, 8 weeks of your content? What does that look like for you? Come into the Like-Minded Business Owners Facebook group and let's have a chat about it in there. Let's see, what you need to do to get where you need to be by the time January rolls around. But for goodness sakes, do not take your foot off the marketing pedal just because you're busy being busy. Because again, as I said at the start, your competitors probably won't. So make sure that you are there showing up for your audience who know, loves, and trusts you. Anyway, that's it. Like I said, that's it for episode 160. I hope you've enjoyed the podcast and you've listened this far, so hopefully you do. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and maybe share this episode with another superstar business owner who's doing that daily grind, who needs to get their act together when it comes to the busy summer season as well. I would really appreciate you sharing this episode with them. Massive love coming your way as well if you have time to leave me a rating and review wherever you listen to this show. But I will see you next week on the podcast for episode 161. But in the meantime, let's get social on social if we're not already friends on social media. You'll find me on Instagram at @JenDonovan_. Facebook, come and join the Like-Minded Business Owners Facebook group, or of course, my favorite, LinkedIn. But whatever you do, remember, my small business peep, as my opening song says, there's no point in dreaming small.
No time like the present. Tell it like you feel it, say it proud, be true, and let us see you for the star that you are. No point in dreaming small.
I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land, the Yorta Yorta people, on which I record this podcast and conduct my business today, and pay my respects to their elders, past and present. I extend this respect to the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here with us today as well.